Good morning, students. Today we revise the topic kinetic theory of gases. In kinetic theory of gases, the formulae that you have to remember, are first one, the pressure of a gas enclosed in a vessel. Okay, so pressure of a gas enclosed in a vessel. Assume that small m is the mass of the molecule, gas molecule, enclosed in a vessel, and if there are n number of molecules, assume that there are n number of molecules in that particular vessel, then the pressure exerted by the gas is given by, according to kinetic theory of gases, it is given by P is equal to 1/3 Nm by V into C bar square, where this C bar square is RMS velocity of the gas molecules. Okay, so 1/3 Nm C square, that is where if Nm we can replace it by, that means number of molecules multiplied by mass of each molecules is given by total mass of that particular gas. So this can be written as 1/3 capital M by V C bar square. Okay. Now from this we can write mass by volume, we can write it as density. So this equation can also be equal to 1/3 density into C bar square. Okay. So remember these three equations. Okay. So this is pressure in terms of mass of the molecule and volume. This is in terms of density, and this is in terms of total mass by volume. Okay. This is the formula that you have to remember. And next formula that you have to remember is RMS velocity. Now different velocities of the gas molecules are, first one is mean velocity, and the second one is RMS velocity, and third one is most probable velocity. Okay, mean velocity means simply we can say it is the average of mean velocity, that is if C1, C2, C3 etc. Cn are the velocities of gas molecules in a particular vessel or enclosure. That means there are n number of molecules having velocities, different velocities. Then the average velocity C bar is C1 plus C2 plus C3 plus etc. Cn by n. So this is the average velocity. Now RMS velocity means root mean square velocity. That means RMS velocity, okay, Vrms equal to the square root of C1 square plus C2 square plus C3 square plus etc. Cn square by n. Okay, next, most probable velocity means given in out of this velocities of this particular gas molecule, most, that means highest number of gas molecules possess same velocity. That means in a particular set of velocity values, if gas molecules possess, most of the gas molecules possess the same value, then it is called most probable velocity of the gas molecules. Next one is kinetic energy of 1 minute. You have to remember this formula also. the relation is average velocity can be written as square root of 8p by pi rho, and RMS velocity is given as square root of 3p by rho, where rho is the density, and most probable velocity is square root of 2p by rho. You remember this one. And next, average kinetic energy of a gas molecule is given by actually velocity is given by half mv square. That we can write it as, that implies half m. We can take RMS velocity square. So, but already we know p is equal to 1 by 3 small m by capital V, capital M by small m. Suppose we consider each molecule, one molecule, then m by V into c bar square. So, c bar square can be written as 3 pV by m. So, substituting here half m 3 pV by m, that is 3 by 2 pV. So, you can write it as, so kinetic energy of a gas molecule is given by 3 by 2 pV, or we can write it as PV is equal to RT for gas molecules. So, 3 by 2 is equal to PV, that is nRT. We can write, for if we consider n number of moles, then the total kinetic energy is given by 1 by 2 RTN. And this is also equal to, actually 3 by 2 RT can be written as 3 by 2 kB into T, because Rn can be written as kB. So, 3 by 2 kB T. So, remember these three formula for energy of a particle, energy of a gas molecule. And one thing that you have to remember in this one is mean free path. Mean free path means, suppose if we consider a gas molecule in a container, as the gas molecule is free to move along within these boundaries of this enclosure. So, it collides either with the walls of this container or a similar molecule. So, in each collision it changes its direction of motion. So, each collision it may change the direction like this. So, the mean free path is the average distance travelled by a gas molecule between two successive collisions. That means, as it not that means between, suppose if a molecule starting from here, it undergoes a collision here and another collision here. So, this distance travelled by this between two successive collisions, that means this is the distance. That means this is the distance travelled by it between two successive collisions is called mean free path, and it is denoted by the term lambda, and that is given by 1 divided by square root 2 pi n d square. Okay, where n is the number of molecules per unit volume. And d is the diameter of this molecule. Okay, this you have to remember this formula also, the mean free path. Now we solve problems based on this topic. We solve this exercise 1 of level 2, page volume 4, page number 227. Okay, problem number 1. A gas molecule gas at a pressure P0 is contained in a vessel, if the masses of all the molecules are halved and their speeds are doubled, then the resultant pressure P will be. Okay. Now, actually the pressure of the gas is given by P is equal to 1 by 3 m c square by V. This is the total mass, or n into m we can write like this if you consider total gas molecule. So this is the RMS velocity square. Okay. So if all the molecules, mass of all the molecules is half, means m by 2, whereas if all the velocities of the molecules are doubled, so that as you know RMS velocity is equal to Vrms square equal to square root of V1 square, C1 square plus C2 square plus etc. Cn square by n. But the number of molecules does not change, but its velocities changes. So that every molecule double their velocities, means we have a common term like this, 4C1 square plus 4C2 square plus etc. whole by n. So taking common, we can write 2C1 square plus C2 square plus etc. by n. That means CRMS square. That means when all the molecules, velocity of all the molecules is doubled, then C square of RMS velocity also get doubled. Okay, you remember that. So basing on that, we can write P1 by P2 is equal to, we can write P is proportional to m and C bar square. Here we can write root mean square as C bar square. So P is equal to m1 cm1 square by m1 by 2 2c1 square. Oh, sorry. Double the velocity, isn't it? Okay, it becomes 4 times, sorry. So 2, that is P2 is equal to 2P1. Next, second one. At which of the following temperature would be a gas molecule have twice the average kinetic energy at 20 degrees centigrade? At which of the following temperature would be the gas molecule have twice the average kinetic energy that they have? You know, the average kinetic energy of a gas molecule is 3 by 2 kT or 3 by 2 RT, whatever it is, N kVrt. So here E is proportional to T. Therefore, E1 by E2 is equal to T1 by T2. Okay. Now, given that at a particular temperature its value is E1, find the temperature at which this E2 becomes double the E1. So E1 by 2E1 is equal to T1 is given as 20 degrees centigrade. So T1 is 20, means that is 20 plus 273, that is 293 by T2. So T2 is equal to 293 into 2. So this is 684,586. But actually the answers it is given in centigrade. So we get K. So T2 is equal to 586 minus 273 degrees centigrade. Next, fourth one. The value of universal gas constant is 8.3 joule per mole Kelvin. The mean kinetic energy of 32 gram of oxygen at minus 73 degrees centigrade will be. Okay, the universal gas constant is 8.3 joule per mole per Kelvin. The mean kinetic energy of 32 gram of oxygen at 73 degrees, minus 73 degrees centigrade. Okay. Okay, given R is equal to 8.3 joule per mole Kelvin, and temperature is given as minus 73 degrees centigrade. That means that is equal to minus 73 plus 273. That is 200 degrees K, 200 K. Now another one given is (32 gram of oxygen is given. So we have this relation, energy of that particular gas molecule is given by 3 by 2 n RT, where n is the number of moles. So average, that is 3 by 2 into n can be written as mass by molecular weight into R into T. Okay, writing this 3 by 2 into m, that is given as 32, and the molecular weight of oxygen is 32 into 8.3 into 200, and that is 3 by 2 into 8.3 into 200, that is 830, 3 into 830, that is 0, 9, 24 joule. Okay, next, fifth one. The total kinetic energy of 8 liter of helium molecules at 5 atmospheric pressure will be, given 1 atmosphere is 1.013 10 to the power 5 Pascal. Okay, total kinetic energy of 8 liter of helium molecule at 5 atmospheric pressure. So the kinetic energy is given by 3 by 2 PV. 3 PV. 3 by 2 PV. Given in this problem, P as 5 atmosphere. 5 atmosphere, that is 5 into 1.013 10 power 5 Newton per meter square or Pascal, we can write whenever it is. Volume is given as 8 liter. Okay, 8 liter of helium. Okay. So 8 liter, 1 liter can be considered as 1 liter consists of 1000 cc. So 8 into 1000 cc. Okay, but cc here it is in Newton per meter square, so we have to convert into meter cube. So 8 into 1000, that means 10 cube into 10 to the power minus 2 whole square meter cube. Okay, that is 10 to the power minus cube. Okay, minus. Okay, this is 8 into 10 power 3 into 10 power minus 6. That is 8 into 10 power minus 3 meter cube. Now substituting in this equation, E is equal to 3 by 2 PV, that is 3 by 2 5 1.013 into 10 to the power 5 into 8 into 10 power minus 3. So this is 1 and this is 4. 4 into 5 is 20. So 3 into 20 into 1.013 into 10 to the power 2. So plus 5 minus 3. So this can be So this is 10 cube. So 2 into 3 is 6. So 6 into 1.013, 10 to the power 3. That is 8, 6 plus 1, 7, 0, 6 into 10 cube. That is 6078 joule. Now the sixth one, a gas at a pressure P0 is contained in a vessel. If the mass of all gas molecules are doubled and their speeds are halved, the resultant pressure will be either similar to the first one. So here gas molecule, so pressure is proportional to m and c squares. So pressure P1 by P2 is equal to m1 by c1 square by m2 c2 square. Given m2 is m2m1, okay, and c2 is c1 by 2. Okay, writing these equations, m1 c1 square by 2m1 c1 square by 4, that is half. So P1 by P2 is equal to 2, implies P2 is equal to P1 by 2. Seventh one, at what temperature the kinetic energy of a gas molecule double that of its value at 27 degrees centigrade. Okay, at what temperature the kinetic energy of a gas molecule double that of its value at 27 degrees centigrade. So kinetic energy is proportional to temperature. So directly we can write this equation. E1 by E2 is equal to T1 by T2. That is, we have to calculate the temperature at which its value becomes double of initial, where we have to find the temperature T2. So given E1 equal to 2E2, E2 is equal to 2E1, T2 you have to find, T1 is given as 27 degrees centigrade. So that is 27 plus 273, that is 300 K. Okay, writing this equation, E1 by 2E1 is equal to 300 by T2. So T2 is equal to 600 K. That is T2 is 600 minus 273. That is 7, 2, 3. Okay, 327 degrees centigrade. Eighth one. The average kinetic energy of a gas at minus 23 degrees centigrade and 75 centimeter pressure is 5 into 10 to the power minus 14 erg for H2. The mean kinetic energy of O2 at 227 degrees centigrade and 150 centimeter pressure will be. Okay, here also we can write directly E is proportional to temperature only. So the kinetic energy of a gas is directly proportional to temperature. Okay. Here in this problem, when the T1 is minus 23 degrees centigrade, and T that is minus 23 plus 273, that is 250K, and E1 is given as 5 into 10 to the power minus 14 erg. Similarly, T2 is given 227, that is 227 plus 273, 500K. E2 is out of point. So, if from this relation, E1 by E2 is equal to T1 by T2. That is 5 into 10 to the power minus 14 by E2 is equal to this 250 by 500. That is 1 by 2. That is 10 into 10 to the power minus 14 is equal to E2. Ninth one, the kinetic energy of translation of 20 gram of oxygen at 47 degrees centigrade is given. Molecular weight of oxygen is 32 gram per mole and R is equal to 8.3 joule per mole per Kelvin. Okay. So, given temperature as 47 degrees centigrade means 47 plus 273, that is 220, I think, isn't it? 0, 420, 320 degrees centigrade. Okay, that is 320 degrees centigrade, and R value is given as 8.3 joule per mole per Kelvin, and mass of oxygen is 20 gram. So, we have kinetic energy is equal to 3 by 2 nRT. So, to calculate number of molecules, number of moles given, so 3 by 2 small m by capital M into RT. The small m is given 20 gram. So, molecular weight of oxygen is given as 32. So, 20 divided by 32 into 8.3 into 320. Okay, this one will get cancelled by 10 times, and this is also 10 times, that is 8 into 3 into 8.3 into 100, that is 3 into 830, that is 0, 9, 24 joule. Okay, the total kinetic energy of 10 liter of helium molecules at 5 atmospheric pressure will be. Okay, total kinetic energy of 10 liter of helium molecules at 5 atmospheric pressure will be. 10th one. So, 10 liter of helium. So, given volume is 10 liter and pressure is given as 5 atmospheric, 5 atmos. Okay. So, convert into liters, you convert into meter cube. So, 10 into 10 power minus 3 meter cube. Liter can be converted like this, and 5 atmosphere is 5 into 1.013 10 power 5 Newton per meter square. Now, the kinetic energy E is equal to 3 by 2 PV. Okay. That is 3 by 2 P 5 into 1.013 10 power 5 into this one 10 into 10 power minus 3. So, minus 2 will get cancelled. So, 10 cube again are converting this is to 5. 3 into 25 into 1.013 into 10 to the power 2. This is 75, 1.013 into 10 square. Okay, that is calculating, we will get 7597 joule, you can write. Now, various speeds of gas molecules. At certain temperature, the RMS velocity for O2 is 400 meter per second. At the same temperature, the RMS velocity of H2 molecule is. Okay. 11th one. At a particular temperature, at certain temperature, the RMS velocity of O2 is 400 meter per second. At the same temperature, the RMS velocity of H2 molecule is. So, you remember that RMS velocity is proportional to square root of 1 by m, where m is molecular weight. So, good, remember this one. So, m is molecular weight. So, given C1, that is for oxygen, it is given 400 meter per second for oxygen at a particular temperature. So, similarly at the same temperature we have to calculate C2 for H2. So, from this relation C1 by C2 is equal to square root of M2 by M1, implies 400 by C2 is equal to this one, molecular weights of molecular weight M2, that is molecular weight of hydrogen is 2 by that of oxygen is 32. So, this is square root of 1 by 16, that is 1 by 4. Now, C2 is equal to 4 into 400, that is 1600 meter per second. Now the next one, 12th. To what temperature should the hydrogen at 327 degrees centigrade be cooled at constant pressure so that the RMS velocity of its molecules become half of its previous value? Okay, so RMS velocity is given by square root of 3RT by M. Okay, now given that for the same, okay, here the temperature is changed, the same gas, that means only temperature of the gas is changed. So, molecular weight remains constant, R itself is a constant. So, we can write RMS velocity is proportional to square root of T. So, C1 by C2 is equal to square root of T1 by T2. Given T1 is 327 degrees centigrade, is it right? Okay. Calculate T2, 1 minute. 327 means it is plus 273, add it, 10, 600, okay. T1 is 600 K, calculate T2. For which temperature this C2 becomes half of its initial value. So, C1 and C1 is C and C2 is equal to C by 2. Now substituting in this, C by 2 is equal to 600 by T2 under root. So 2 is equal to square root of 600 by T2, squaring on both sides. 4 is equal to 600 by T2. Implies T2 is 600 by 4, that is 150. 150 K, we will get in K. But answer is in degree centigrade. Okay, therefore T2 is equal to 150 minus 273. That is 3, 2, 1. So minus 123 degrees centigrade. Thirteenth one. At a pressure of 24 into 10 to the power 5 dyne per centimeter square, the volume of oxygen is 10 liter and mass is 20 gram. The RMS velocity will be, okay, at a pressure of 24 into 10 to the power 5 dyne per centimeter square, the volume of oxygen is 10, O2 is 10 liter and mass is 20 gram. The RMS velocity, okay, 13th one. Given the pressure is 24 into 10 to the power 5 dyne per centimeter square and volume is 10 liter and mass is 20 gram. Calculate its RMS velocity. So calculate RMS velocity in meter per second. So, but here it is given in CGS units. So, first we will calculate in CGS units, then we will convert finally in meter per second. Okay. Volume in 10 liter means converting into cc, we can write 10 into 1000 cc. So, that is 10 into 10 cube centimeter cube. So, now substituting, we know this relation C RMS equal to square root of 3 PV by M. So, substituting in this, square root of 3, 24, 10 power 5, 10, 10 cube by mass is 20 gram. Okay. Now we can convert this 2, 1, 2, 12. So, 236 into 10 to the power 5 plus 3, 10 to the power 8 under root. That is 6 into 10 power 4, we will get in centimeter per second. Now, to convert into meter per second, that is 6 into 10 square meter per second, that is 600 meter per second. Fourteenth one. The molecules of a given mass of a gas have RMS velocity 200 meter per second at 27 degrees centigrade and 1 into 10 to the power 5 Newton per meter square pressure. When the temperature is 127 degrees centigrade and pressure is 0.5 10 to the power 5 Newton per meter square, the RMS velocity in meter per second will be. Okay, the RMS velocity C is proportional to root T. Okay. Now here in this problem, okay, 200, okay. So C1 is given as 200 meter per second and the temperature is given T1 as 27. So that is 27, that is 300 K. Now find C2 when T2 is 127 degrees centigrade. That means plus 100, that means 400 K. So writing C1 by C2 is equal to square root of T1 by T2. 300 by 400. Here it is 200 by C2 is equal to square root of 3 by 4, that is square root of 3 by 2. That is C2 is equal to 2 into 200 by root 3, that is 400 by root 3 meter per second. Now the 15th one, the respective speeds of 5 molecules are 2, 1.5, 1.6, 1.6, 1.2 kilometer per second. Then the most probable speed is, okay. So out of given 5 molecules, the velocities are these one, 2, 1.5, 1.6, 1.6, 1.2. So most probable velocity means the velocity possessed by maximum or more number of molecules is most probable. Here in this 2 molecules possess 1.6. So most probable velocity is 1.6 kilometer per second. Now the 16th one, in 2 vessels of same volume, atomic hydrogen and helium at a pressure 1 atmosphere and 2 atmosphere are filled. If the temperature of the both samples is the same, then the average speed of hydrogen atom to be related to this helium atom. Okay. Okay, whatever it is, whether average velocity or RMS velocity is proportional to 1 by root m. Okay. Here we have to calculate the relation between the average velocity of the helium to hydrogen, atomic hydrogen. Okay. Given C1, that means CH, average velocity of hydrogen, and average velocity of helium. So we write like this, CH by CHE is equal to square root of MHE by MH, that is square root of 4 divided by, here it is not hydrogen molecule, it is hydrogen, atomic hydrogen. So you can take the molecular weight as 1. So this implies CH average is equal to CHE into square root of 4 is 2. So 2. So CH is twice the average velocity of helium. Now the 17th one, the root mean square velocity of a gas molecules at 0 degree centigrade will be if NTP its density is 1.43 kg per meter cube. Okay. So given the density of that particular gas is 1.43 kg per meter cube, and the temperature is given as 0 degree centigrade, that is 273 K. Okay, find the RMS velocity. So RMS velocity is equal to square root of 3p by rho. Okay. 1 minute. Okay. So 3P by rho. Given the temperature, normal temperature NTP. NTP means pressure is given NTP. So pressure is 1 atmosphere. So writing this 3 into 1 into 10 to the power 5 divided by 1.43 under root. So 1 minute, calculating it. We will get 458 point something. So that is approximately, given answers, it is 461 meter per second. Okay, next 18th one. At a certain temperature, the hydrogen molecules have RMS velocity 2 km per second. The RMS velocity of oxygen molecules at the same temperature. So given, actually we know the RMS velocity is given by 3 RT by molecular weight m. Okay. Now here in this problem, as temperature is constant but gas molecule is, instead of hydrogen we have to calculate for oxygen. So from as T is constant, R is also a constant, C is inversely proportional to molecular weight. So C1 by C2 is equal to square root of M2 by M1. Given the hydrogen molecule C1 is 2 km per second and calculate C2. So molecular weight of hydrogen is 2 and molecular weight of oxygen is 36. So substituting in this, 2 by C2 is equal to square root of 32 by 2, that is square root of 16, that is 4. So C2 is equal to 2 by 4 kilometer per second, that is 0.5 kilometer per second. Now, the 19th one. Okay, that's it. 19th one. To what temperature should the oxygen at 27 degrees centigrade to be heated at constant pressure so that the root mean square velocity of its molecule becomes thrice its previous value? Okay, temperature, constant pressure, temperature only change. Okay, C is equal to 3RT by M, we have this relation. So here same gas molecule, but temperature is changed. So C is proportional to root T. So C1 by C2 is equal to square root of T1 by T2. Okay, for that given T1 is velocity become thrice. Okay, given, say assume that C1 equal to C, then C2 equal to 3C. T1 equal to 27 degrees centigrade, that is 27 plus 273, 300 K. Calculate T2. So C by 3C equal to square root of T1, that is 300 by T2. Implies 1 by 9 is equal to 300 by T2. So T2 is equal to 2700 meter per second. K. So Answer asked, okay, answer itself. This is. Now 21. A sample of gas is at 0 degrees centigrade. To what temperature it must be raised in order to double the RMS speed of the molecule? Okay. So just similar to that one only. So C is proportional to root T. So C1 equal to C, then C2 is equal to 2C. Okay. Temperature T1 is 270, 0 degree centigrade, that is 273 K. Then find T2. Similar to that one only. Okay, C by 2C is equal to square root of 273 by T2. So 1 by 4 is equal to 273 by T2. T2 is equal to 273 into 4. But this is K, we have to calculate in degree centigrade, that is 273 into 4 minus 273, that is 3 into 273. That is 9, 1, 2, 6 plus 2, 8, 819 degrees centigrade. Okay, 22. Four gas molecules having speeds 1, 4, 8 and 16. The RMS velocity of the gas molecule is, okay, four gas molecules having velocity 1, 4, 8 and 16. Okay, find the CRMS, that is, so that equal to, what is RMS velocity? Square root of C1 square, C2 square plus C3 square plus C4 square by 4. That is square root of 1 plus 16 plus 64 plus 256 by 4. That is 80. 70, 80, 81. Square root of 81 plus 256 by 4. 7, 337 by 4. That is approximately 84. Sorry, 80, 36. 32, it is 8, 7, 4, okay, 84. That means it is greater than 84 means greater than root 81. That means approximately the answer is 9 point something. Meter or kilometer? Meter per second. Next 23. Two vessels having equal volume contain molecular hydrogen at 1 atmosphere and a helium at 2 atmosphere respectively. What is the ratio of RMS speeds of hydrogen molecule to that of helium molecule if both samples are at same temperature? So as you know, the RMS velocity is inversely proportional to molecular weight. So here it is given CH. First one is hydrogen and second one is helium. So here it is given hydrogen, molecular weight of hydrogen is M1, that equal to 2 for hydrogen molecule. Here it is given molecular hydrogen. So helium M2 is 4. So we can write CH by CHE is equal to square root of MH by MHE by MH. That is square root of 4 divided by 2, that is root 2. So CH is equal to root 2 of CHE. Okay. Next 24th. The root mean square speed of a gas of density 1.5 gram per liter at a pressure of 2 into 10 to the power 6 Newton per meter square is, okay, the simple one. So the RMS velocity is equal to square root of 3p by density rho, but here density is given as, pressure is given as 2 into 10 to the power 6 Newton per meter square, but density is given as 1.5 gram per liter. So to convert into kg per meter cube, first we have to convert into gram per cc. So that is 1.5 gram per 1000 cc. That means 1.5 into 10 to the power minus 3 gram per cc. So direct converting into kg per meter cube. So 1.5 into 10 to the power minus 3 into 10 cube kg per meter cube. So this is 1.5 kg per meter cube. So now directly substituting here, C is equal to square root of 3 into this 2 into 10 to the power 6 by this is 1.5. This is twice, that is 4 into 4, 2 into 10 cube meter per second. Now 230, next level, first one. At what temperature the mean kinetic energy of hydrogen molecule increases to such an extent that they will escape out of the gravitational field of Earth forever. Okay. So at a temperature, at what temperature the mean kinetic energy of hydrogen molecules increases to such an extent that they will escape out of gravitational field. Out of gravitational field of the Earth. So in order to escape from the gravitational field of Earth, its escape velocity, if the molecule possesses an escape velocity equal to the escape velocity of the Earth, then it will escape forever. So we can take the condition half mv square, that is the kinetic energy. Here we have to calculate the kinetic energy of the molecule. So half m V escape square equal to 3 by 2 RT. Okay. This is the kinetic energy of a molecule. If that kinetic energy equal to such that its velocity is this one, then it will escape from gravitational field. Okay. So nRT, okay. So you can calculate. So VE square into small m by n equal to RT. But as we know, number of moles equal to mass by molecular weight. So from this relation, m by n is equal to molecular weight. So that is, we can replace it by capital M VE square equal to RT. So calculate T. So molecular weight is 2 for hydrogen. So 2 into 10 to the, actually it is 2 gram. We have to convert into kg, 2 into 10 to the power minus 3. 11.2 into 11.2 this escape velocity on Earth. Kilometer means into 10 to the power 6 is equal to R, that is 8.3 into T. So T is equal to, calculating this, we will get We will get the answer 10075 K. Next one, second one. At what temperature does the average translational kinetic energy of a gas molecule becomes equal to the kinetic energy of an electron accelerated from rest through a potential difference of 1 volt? Okay. At what temperature does the average translational kinetic energy of a gas molecule in a gas becomes equal to kinetic energy of an electron accelerated from rest through a potential difference of 1 volt. So, first the average kinetic energy of a gas molecule is given by 3 by 2 kBT or kT. K is Boltzmann constant. So, average kinetic energy of a gas molecule is 3 by 2 kT. Now, if the question is, if this equals to the kinetic energy gained by an electron accelerated through a potential of 1 volt. Okay. So, the kinetic energy of an electron when it is accelerated through a potential difference is half mv square is equal to EQ or EV. So, this is the kinetic energy gained by an electron when it is accelerated through a potential difference of V volt. So, from this, if this kinetic energy is equal to the gas kinetic energy of a gas molecule, that means we have to equate these two. Okay. That implies 3 by 2 kT is equal to EV. Now, we have to calculate the temperature at which this kinetic energy is equal to this energy. Okay. So, calculate T, and in this given problem K is Boltzmann constant is given as 1.38 into 10 to the power minus 23 Joule per Kelvin. Okay. Given K is equal to 1.38 into 10 to the power minus 23 Joule per Kelvin. Now, substituting in this 3 by 2 1.38 into 10 power minus 23 into T is equal to charge of electron is 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 into 1 volt. Okay. So, now cancel out this 19 minus 4. So, T is equal to, here it is 1.6 into this 2 divided by 3 into 1.38 into 10 to the power plus 4. This is 3.2 divided by means 4, 2, 9 to 11, 1, 4 plus this one 4.14. Okay, into 10 to the power 4. Okay. If it is 3 by 4, we can approximate it as 0.75 into 10 to the power 4 means into 10 to the power 4 means 1, 2, 7500. That means any value greater than 7500. So, in the options it is 7730 K Kelvin. Okay. Okay, next in this 21, at a what absolute temperature, the RMS speed of hydrogen molecule is equal to the escape velocity from the surface of moon. The radius of the moon is r, g is the acceleration due to gravity on the moon surface, and m is the mass of hydrogen molecule, and k is the Boltzmann constant. So similar to this one. So when it has to escape from the moon's gravitational field, then we have to write 3 by 2 kT is equal to half m escape velocity square of the moon. Okay, so we know this relation, escape velocity relation we know as square root of 2 gr, where g is acceleration due to gravity and r is the radius of that particular planet. Okay, here we have to calculate for moon. So now substituting in this, 3 by 2 kT is equal to 1 by 2 m, square root of this is 2 gr. 2 will get cancelled. So we have to calculate this t. This implies mgr is equal to 3 by 2 kT. So implies t is equal to 2mgr by 3k. So this is the temperature at which the hydrogen molecules will escape from the surface of the moon. Okay.